All right, welcome back to Two Birds, One Brain podcast featuring it's Jessica Woot and the Curious Alice. See how funny and redundant that was for no reason? The, as they say. Mm-hmm. It's been a minute.
Yeah.
And I'm back from my trip, so now we're recording. Let's go. Great time.
Welcome back.
We're rolling into the just some casual, easy conversation today.
Yeah.
We're looking at 5 potential characters that we really reminisce with, we vibe with, we synergize with, or we relate to, things like that. Just 5 characters that if you what's the word I want to use?
I don't know.
5 characters to use to understand us.
Yeah, the 5 characters to know us. People do that shit a lot. 5 songs, 5 movies to know me.
I should have said 7 because 5 now feels way too small of a range. But
you're gonna make me think of more. I mean, I have honorable mentions.
We made honorable mentions because I think 5 is fine. It's just that once you really start to think about it, you're like, oh, I guess there's more than I anticipated.
Yeah. Also, I will say that one of mine is a package deal. It is a 2 for
one of mine is also a package deal.
We're the same. Okay, perfect. God. See? Yeah.
We both are like, I'm gonna bend the rules.
You know what we can do? We can go through all the ones that we picked for ourselves, and then we can each maybe out of our honorable mentions, we can pick which one for each other. Be like, I think this one is
which one is your most synergin? Yeah, your synergin.
Synergine.
I'm making words up.
Who do we resonate with? What traits from these characters do we think we also have? Do we wish we had?
Yeah.
Which ones did we connect with as children and now we know why?
Yeah, I think the funny thing for this is that it was I almost was I love taking personality quizzes. We've said this before.
Yeah.
We love a personality quiz.
Yeah.
It was just that I was having to personality quiz myself. Mm-hmm. And that's so much harder than you think it is.
Yeah.
But I feel like in the order that I have them, I feel like it is, except for one, I feel like it is the one I think I'm the most like, and then as it kind of goes down, it's more of I relate to this character, but we're not the same.
Mine, I actually wasn't sure what order we wanted to kind of say things in, because I just wrote them down, as I thought about them.
Mine was unintentionally put in this order. I did not do it on purpose.
I was about to say, it was also unintentionally put in the order of how long I've known about them, I guess. It goes from most recent to childhood, in the order that I discovered these characters.
Oh, there you go.
Not on purpose. I had to dig into those repressed secret memories, be like, what did I fucking like as a child?
Yeah, I actually asked Logan to help me figure them out, and then also looked through my fan fiction accounts and was like, what characters do I read about the most, and and kind of utilized that.
Yeah, literally, we both also talked and separately kind of messaged each other I'm stuck at 3. We were trying not
to expose the characters to each other, but we were also just kind of talking around our concepts. It was fun.
Yeah. And again, I think you're going to be able to guess. You would be able to guess 3 of them right out of the gate, I think.
Probably.
Easy peasy.
What might surprise you, Jessica, is in my top 5, I did not list a single Muppet.
Really?
I think you'll understand why, but I did not list a single Muppet. I need to turn that vibration off because I don't need that picking up on the mic. Hello.
That takes one of the ones that I thought for sure you were going to have.
I think you'll understand why, though.
Yeah, no.
I think I'm just going to come out in the gate and say it.
Okay.
My chaotic neutral that I feel like is the most aligned with me. Which
I don't
my chaotic neutral is Louise Belcher from Bob's Burgers. That her and Gonzo, I believe, are in the same place in my heart, but I feel like I'm more aligned to her.
Louise is a little bit more intellectual. Again, not by much. There's a little bit more, I think, going on up there. Gonzo's just flying by the seat of his pants. Louise
Gonzo
is
straight
plotting.
up is crazy, but Louise at least has some solid moments.
I thought for sure Gonzo was going to be in your top 5.
Yeah. He's my highest honorable mention because I do relate to him, but I think Louise being the youngest sibling and being chaotic as a younger sibling, I just feel like her place in her family is very much how I feel in my family.
Yeah.
And the way that I annoy my dad is the way she annoys her dad. And the way I annoy my mom is the way she annoys her mom.
Perfect. She's the Aries energy, though, also. Because
goading my brothers into doing things we shouldn't do. Like
they've put her in the memes in the Elmo Fire memes, which is the Aries, like,
I'll
symbol.
See you in hell.
Yeah.
It's my girl.
And daddy-daughter stuff gets you. Did you see the episode where they were bonding over the karate movies? Because that one was so sweet.
Yes. I love Louise. Every time I tell people, they're like, what character you really tell? I'm like, Louise Belcher. And they're like, oh, yeah, that makes sense. And I'm like, yeah. I know.
Mm-hmm. And if I don't have anybody from Bob's Burgers on mine, but if I had to pick somebody from Bob's Burgers, mine would be Tina. I relate more to Tina.
Yeah, but I still feel, but that one I don't feel like is as aligned, you know? But I definitely feel like if they needed someone to play Louise in a live action, I could do it. You know? Like, you don't even have to give me a script. I'll just figure it out.
Yeah, you'd be fine. That makes sense. I get
Louise
that.
is my girl.
I get that for you. Yeah. I do also worry, now that we've started talking about this, that we are going to burn through this a lot faster than we feel like we are. But we'll have to see where it goes.
We'll find the time, girly. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. I just thought about it, though. I was like, yeah, we're going to agree with, like, everything, basically, that we're saying to each other. Be like, you're right.
Yeah. That's the thing, is that the assessment definitely comes from ourselves, but seeing it, reflecting off another person and getting the validation is really what we're seeking here. That's the validation.
We are just building each other up today, gassing each other up. Hell yeah.
Well, and what's funny is that I asked my boss as well. I was like, hey, what character do you associate with me? And she struggled for a minute because she's like, I don't really know, like, where to even start. I'm not good at this kind of thing. And I was like, sometimes you remind me of Sam Eagle, and other times you're like Miss Piggy and Kermit the Frog. And she initially was so fucking offended that I said that to her. Oh. And I was like, no, understand. Here's the thing. On your own, you are Miss Piggy. You are chaotic, girl boss. 100%. You're on top of your game. Like, that's what Miss Piggy is in my brain.
Yeah.
It's like this is Barbie and he's Ken. Yeah, like, that's Miss Piggy and Kermit. She's Barbie and Kermit's just there.
Just
like,
Ken.
It's fine. But when she's at work and has to be my boss, she's Kermit. She's having to control us because he's a control Muppet.
That's a whole different thing, though, anyway, what your work persona is. That's just...
She has to keep Jonathan and I in line, you know? Like, someone has to keep me and my coworker in line. Mm-hmm. So, it's funny to me that assessment was so... She was like, what? And I was like, no. It's fine. I promise.
I guess I'll start with the first one. Not the worst one. The first one I wrote down. Which I know you already know. I know you know, but I'm just going to say it. Roy Kent. I thought
you were going to start with Nick. I was like...
No. Well, he's the next one.
Yeah, I know.
Roy. Yeah, I
love him.
Grumpy coded. I feel like I am a very grumpy individual a lot of the time. Like, in my base level, the unmasking me, I'm grumpy as fuck. That's just what it is. I love grumpy coded characters. Is it also, though, that I find this man wildly attractive? A little bit.
I mean, it doesn't hurt.
Doesn't hurt. But that, like, I relate to him a lot. You know, he keeps a lot of shit inside. He keeps a lot of stuff really tight to his chest. But he also...
And is not good at expressing himself with his words, so he uses the word fuck for everything.
Yes. I love it. I love the fuck word. I love the F word.
I love a grumpy coded man.
I love a grumpy coded man. A lot of my characters are grumpy coded. I've resonated with grumpy coded characters my entire life.
I feel like as we've watched this show, the number of times I wish I had a clip compilation of me just going meat. Yeah. Because every other character would say something and I'd be like, oh, that's me.
They're all so realistic. Like, they are all very grounded in realism, which I think is something that I told you. This is not the Ted Lasso episode. The Ted Lasso episode is the next episode. This is not the Ted Lasso
We're going to have a lead tasso
the obsession episode. But
yes,
there's not really any real jokes in that show. It's just people. But, like, again, for the longest time, like, especially when I played soccer, which is the thing. Again, he's a soccer player. He wants to be the scary, tough, angry guy on the field. Like, that was me also. Like, that was my playing soccer persona is I'm gonna fuck you up, okay? Get out of here. I also went through a phase in like middle school, later than I'd like to admit, where I growled at people. Roy Kent growls all the time.
Ooh, Jessica.
I know.
You're exposing a lot here right now.
I know. That's what this is about. I need you to understand all of the reasons why I truly resonate with Roy Kent.
I don't have anyone from Ted Lasso in my top 5, but I feel like I float somewhere between Ted and Keeley. Like I'm just kind of back and forth on that spectrum.
Yeah.
So it makes sense that if you really synergy with Roy Kent, that I would synergy with the 2 people that helped him heal. So classic.
Oh my god. Exposed. But I love him so much. Also, he has a Mr. Darcy-esque character arc, this man. He is just really realizing things about himself. He values honesty. He also do just be blurting things out. Like when he gets to those like feelings, a lot of times he's just saying shit. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, are you saying it or are you feeling it?
Yeah. He's trying to figure out how to process it and can't quite figure it out.
Very relatable.
Love that for him.
But he's also, like, he's very sweet on the inside, and he didn't want anybody to know it. So I feel like Roy.
I can't wait for our Ted Lasso analysis episode because I cannot wait to go in on this character more.
Hell yeah. But also, yeah, I'm one of those people, too. It's like, if I think about it, I would always rather have people, like, be scared of me or not want to fucking deal with me or seem like, you know, don't bother me than being like openly friendly. I always want to be meaner than I am. I want people to not talk to me.
Because I feel like my absolute goal in life is to be the not therapist for everyone. Yes. You know, like I'm not legally trained to be a therapist in any manner, but boy, oh boy, do I want to be your rock to lean on. I absolutely want to be that shoulder. I want to be that rock.
But to consenting to people that you want to talk to you.
Yeah.
Like, I've always been one of those people that other people that I don't know or that, you know, whatever, or children, everything that absolutely love me. And I'm like, why are you talking to me? I did not ask for this.
Nah, dude, I just have one of those faces. I feel like people talk to me for like 5 minutes and they're like then they like expose some childhood secret to me. And I'm like, sick, dude.
Yeah.
So do you want to work through that right now, or are we just going to talk about it?
I want to be more Roy.
I don't have to analyze it, but I can.
Yeah. Oh my god.
And I just feel like that makes me like Ted, you know? Like, do you want to talk about that? No, we're just... Okay, cool.
Okay, I would love to unpack that with you.
Yeah, another time.
Who's your next person? Place or thing? Not place.
God damn,
person
why
or
are you
thing.
coming at me like this?
Because I ran out of things to say.
So here's the thing. I kind of categorize them a little bit, just be like, well, what do I feel like I relate to them on? Yeah. So like Louise was definitely like my chaotic, neutral, like base personality. Like I was created from the ether as a creator of chaos. I am a point of entropy. You know, like that's my job in life, is to create chaos.
I love this for you.
And, you know, my other half is I have to take care of people and, you know, help them along in their journeys. Those are my 2 sides. But I also have, you know, there's a little bit of courage I wish I had there as well, because it takes courage to like open yourself up to people. And my other big one is Aloy from Horizon Zero Dawn.
I thought she was gonna be there for you too.
She's on my wall.
I know, she's literally behind you.
The very first time I played that game, I knew nothing about it. I had no concept of what this game was about. I somehow missed the opening title card that says Earth in the past or Earth in the far future. I don't remember what it is. Missed that, so I had no idea the game was on planet Earth the whole time. Until I found some clues and was like, oh my god! But I was ignorant to that fact. So to like follow this character's journey who's literally an outcast from her society since her birth because she has no mother, to having the grumpy dad character. Her surrogate father, and seeing her journey of like just like trying to connect to people even though she doesn't really fit in anywhere. It just feels so much like my life of being homeschooled for so long. It's like I can talk to people, like I know how to communicate, but I've never really felt like I fit in because I didn't grow up with those structures. So seeing her journey really felt like my own. It kind of paralleled in a lot of places. And it feels good to know that you can also be a little bit spicy. You can be brave and courageous and like be a cool character and also be like, hey, you're kind of being a dick and I'm going to shove a spear in your face. Like, I love
we
that.
love a badass woman. It's true.
Yeah, I like that she is strong and badass, but also has like a kind side. Like she's really willing to help people. And I appreciate that. And I feel like that kind of, it got a little lost in the second game for me, which is why I kind of felt let down by it, because she finds out that she has a cloned sister in the sequel.
We will be spoiling things slightly if you haven't seen some things, you know.
Well, also the game's been out like a year, so.
I know, but even like I haven't played them, so I didn't know that. So it doesn't mean anything to me, but.
And the relationship is like kind of weird because Aloy expects her to be her and she's not. And it's kind of, they navigated it in a weird way that I was like, based on the Aloy from the last game, I don't feel like these are the reactions she would have to this information. So that felt a little weird, but ultimately she figures it out. She works on it. But
that's good.
Yeah, it's very interesting to see how her character adjusts and changes based on who she's meeting, and I like how brave and courageous she is. Makes me feel better.
That's one of those ones, especially being a video game character. I don't have any video game characters on mine. I feel like I've never really found a video game character that I resonate with that much, but especially being one of the ones where you get to make some of your own dialogue choices. Like you get to connect with her a little bit more than, you know, maybe you would like, just because Resident Evil 4 is big everywhere, you know, like a Leon character who's very much his own motherfucking goofy person. But, like, you get to really put yourself into it a little bit.
And that was something that Guerrilla was trying to do when they designed her, like, dialogue options, is that no matter what you pick, the game's going to do what the game's going to do. Yeah. Like, it doesn't really matter. It's not like in, like, where we play SWTOR together. It's not like those dialogue options that actually can change the course of the game. Yeah. It's just, you're just choosing which dialogue she's going to say. The outcome is always the same. But there are a few that I will choose every time. Sometimes I'll mix it up as I play through, but there's like 3 dialogue options. I'm going to pick the same one every time because the line delivery is so fucking incredible. The shit that she says, I'm just like, oh, I'm so fired up right now. Let's go. I love there's just a handful that I'm just like, this is it. This is regardless of who you are, this is who Aloy is. There's canon options and then there's non-canon options in my brain. And those 3 are canon. You have to say them. I don't care who you are. They're incredible.
Look at you, though, getting deep with the childhood outcast, like, part of it. I don't think I have anything that's that deep on mine.
You know, I didn't really even think about it until I just said it. Then I was like, yeah, that's actually probably why I relate so much to her, is because I grew up kind of isolated from people my age and didn't really understand things. And then I went and, you know, I had that moment where she rejoins society and she becomes a part of the Nora tribe. It was like me going to high school and was like actually put into society at my age and was like, I don't fucking understand any of this shit. What is going on here?
And like my best friend back from Texas, who I've been friends with her since high school, because there was like a religious, a little like school that didn't have that many kids in it, you know, and you went there from like kindergarten up until high school, like that's as far as it went, you know, so they were in their own little bubble, and then all of a sudden being shoved into the high school with 900 kids in the freshman class and being a lot more diverse than, you know, the original school that she went to itself was quite a culture shock for her.
Yeah, I don't think enough people understand how aggressive culture shock can be, and I always find it really funny when people are like, you were homeschooled, you don't act like it, and I'm like, no, I do. I just don't act like the stereotypical version that you think I should be, which is like weird Amish kid comes to public school. Like, I know how to talk to people. I just talk about weird shit instead of normal shit. Like, I talk to you about the lore of chaotic Muppet theory, chaos Muppet theory, as opposed to like talking about what shoes I want to wear to prom. Like, come on, you guys.
Doesn't matter. None of it's important anyway. Nah. Jesus Christ. So you did already say my second person.
Yeah, Nick
earlier,
from New Girl.
I know, Nick. I am very much
Do
Nick
you have the
Miller.
mug right now? Are you
I
drinking out
don't
of-
actually. I meant to, and I forgot. I'm drinking out of my effing Birds mug.
That's okay. I'll forgive you.
Me and like 3 of my other coworkers when I worked at the zoo back in Texas also, we even like, put ourselves together. It's like, okay, if, Nick, Winston, and Schmidt, we were like, yeah, no, I'm definitely Nick. I got that. I got it. Thank you. He's another grumpy man.
This is a deep sigh for me.
Another very grumpy man. But also the little things like he's more pessimistic than Roy. So, I mean, they're not quite the same. He's definitely doesn't have, a
well,
bright
Nick's
outlook.
never been on top of the world. Roy
Yes.
is the coming down off the mount.
Yes.
And Nick is like crawling through the trenches.
Mm-hmm. Which almost, if I think about it, if we're trying to really analyze things a little bit here, like Roy also, I feel that he has a career shift, in the middle of the thing. Like he was in his top career, like you said, he was, the best soccer player for like 30 years or something. And then he left that thing, which is the thing he thought he was going to do his entire life, which is, hello.
Yeah.
No longer a zookeeper person. Although he does a very good job. He finds what he needs very quickly. But Nick is more where I feel, I guess, right now, where he's stuck. He's coasting. He's just getting through. And in that show, too, like he was 30, I think, at the beginning of that show. So it is very relatable. I also do feel a little bit of Jess also. There's everybody in that show is neurodivergent. We'll start there.
Absolutely every single one of them.
Every single one of them is neurodivergent. But, I mean, he's a little bit of a mess. He's an alcoholic. I used to drink a lot. I don't really anymore. But, he's troubled.
He is.
He's
I just
troubled.
realized something we could do, that if we're saying characters from things that I don't have a category for, or you didn't have a category for, we should try to place each other in those areas. Like, what character do you think I am in New Girl?
In New Girl? I'd say you might be closer to Bishop, actually. We haven't, to Winston. We haven't watched to the point, like, because we stopped at season 3 when we were watching it together. You haven't gotten through Winston's whole character arc yet. I feel like, especially when I'm
working towards that.
Yeah, really gets into all the stuff with his cat and everything. Like I feel like
he gets a cat? I'm
he
already
gets a
in.
cat. Yeah.
Yeah, you're
Ferguson.
right. I am Winston.
That cat is his baby boy.
Dublin is my child. I understand.
Know. Like I would say you're Winston for sure. Yeah. Although again, we're not going to know each other's character, but we're not going to.
I know. I'm actively trying to figure out who you would play in Horizon. So give me a minute. Actually, based on your grumpy character attitude, I'd say Katalo at the beginning of the game, because he's fucking grumpy because he's lost his arm. He's lost he's like Roy Kent. He's lost his status. But instead of being accepted like Roy is when he comes back and be like, oh my god, we love Roy Kent, Katalu has been shunned because he can no longer be a warrior, so he's grumpy about it. But then he meets Aloy, and she teaches him how to be like, okay, who fucking cares you've lost an arm? Get your shit together. We got work to do.
Well, that's nice.
And I feel like sometimes you and I together, it's just like, all right, Jessica, let's get some fucking shit done today.
I know.
Let's go.
And I'm like, I don't want to do anything.
Yeah. So I'd say out of the characters I can immediately think of, Katalo really fits the bill of the grumpy man, but he kind of like regains his
I will say not all of my 5 are grumpy. But I mean, again, I relate to grumpy Cody.
You're grumpy. It's okay. I
understand. I am very grumpy.
This is why we never stream before 10 a.m., you guys. It's because I can't wake Jessica up any earlier survive.
It's fucking true, though. Yeah, there's also, I think with Nick, too, one of the things is, like, there's a healthy, I mean, more exaggerated than mine is also, but a healthy kind of, like, misunderstanding of the world and a distrust of the government. And I feel like I also have both of those things. I don't know how a lot of shit works, and I think it's a racket. But you know what? I don't have a choice. So we're just moving through it all. Yeah.
Hell yeah. I love that for you.
That's it. Bad dancer.
Oh my God.
You know. Yeah.
All right, so
That's me.
I'm starting to like deteriorate a little bit here on accuracy of character.
Okay.
I'm gonna flip around how they're written in a different way, but that doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say Princess Mia from Princess Diaries.
Okay, but
as
which
one of mine?
Which, like, as her younger self or as her Princess
The
Diaries
whole story
2 or whole thing?
The whole storyline. I feel like there are bits and pieces, just her awkwardness of trying to figure things out. Mm-hmm. Like, she wants to be brave enough to do it, but she doesn't feel like she can. And I feel like that's I very much have that fake it till you make it attitude, because I'm not actually brave. I'm not actually a courageous person. I'm terrified all the time. I live in anxiety. It's awful. But the thing is that I feel like that character really embraces the quote by Carrie Fisher, we love her, which is
Queen.
If you're scared, be scared and do it anyway.
Yeah.
Which I feel like is something I try really hard to keep as like a personal mantra. To be like, yeah, you're scared, but fucking do it. Don't be a bitch. And you know what? I feel like Princess Mia really captures that.
Yeah,
so.
No, she is a strong female character for sure. Like, even when she's not sure and, you know, when she's a teenager, she goes out of her comfort zone. She does a lot. But it is also another, like, kind of, it's another fish out of water thing for sure. Yeah. Going from one environment into something that's wholly different. Yeah. Royal shit.
I feel like having that big shift in social status and social life is, you know, I get it.
Yeah.
Except I never became popular because I'm still fucking weird. Now I'm like royalty to my Twitch channel. They're like, oh my God, Alice is streaming today. I'd be like, hello.
No, people are obsessed with
peons. How are you today?
So I guess, does that make me Lily?
I mean, if you want to be, girl.
I don't know if I want to be, but I don't feel like in the first one, Lily, because obviously she's
such a bitch in that one.
A little bit of a bitch, yeah. Which, I mean, I'm sure I can be. I know that, yeah. But I feel like second one, but she's also, you know, she's way more outspoken, and she's extroverted, I think. She's just saying shit to anybody.
I think you're fat, Louie.
Yeah, I'll take it.
You're the cat.
I'm the cat. I'll take it. I don't think there's anybody that I really relate to in the Princess Diaries universe. No, I love it. But I don't feel like there's anybody.
Those characters are much more caricatures most of the time.
Yeah.
I think if you were to be any of them, I would put you somewhere between Clarice and Jo. Somewhere on that spectrum.
Yeah, I could see that, potentially. God, I love Jo.
I know.
I love Jo. I was going to say something else, and
it's okay. I look up to you as my mentor sometimes. Totally. So you have to fall between those two. Anyway, we're going to drop that truth bomb and then keep rolling. So let's move on.
This is another
I've never said those words out loud before. Everybody, shut up.
We gotta move on. We can't. We're both way too close to our periods right now to talk about anything.
If Princess Mia had an older sibling, that is your role in my life.
Don't make me cry now.
Get up. I'm gonna break her right now. You're like an older sister I've never had, Jessica. And it's so nice to have one. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna make myself cry.
Stop it. You know,
I've never had a positive female role model of the likes of you in my life.
I don't feel like I am a positive female role model, but you know what? Thank you.
It's okay. It's because you persuaded me to the dark side. It's okay.
I mean, that's a whole other thing. You know, this is a thing that, again, something that maybe puts into context, like, fucking how just...
You already placed yourself as Tina in my Louise Belcher life. Like, you already said it.
I did. That's true. But this is... I don't know if I'll keep this in or not, because this is an aside.
It's too much?
I don't know. It might be too exposing for other reasons. But when I worked at the zoo with two of my coworkers who started after I did, like, I'd already been there, and then we got really close, Lindsay and Caitlin. And... You know, we drank a lot during that period in time. But I don't remember if it was at first, like, Lindsay trying to get somebody else to hang out with us or asking if somebody else wanted to hang out with us. And they were like, oh, well, I don't drink. And it was like, well, you don't. And she was like, you don't have to. Like, if you want to hang out with us, like, you don't have to. And then I guess it came up that Lindsay was like, yeah, I didn't drink that much until I started hanging out with Jessica either. And, like, I made people alcoholics.
I need you to know that I didn't really drink all that much until I met my friend at my last job. My only friend currently in this city that I have, that I've hang out with outside of work.
Yeah.
He's the reason I started drinking like a bitch.
And I was like,
is it this job? And he's like, yes, it's the job, but also it's me. I'm an alcoholic. And
that's
I was like,
how
okay.
I felt. It was both things. Because again, now that I'm not in the job anymore, I'm not drinking
stress
as
level
much
so much
because I don't need to cope with that much shit anymore.
I started working out, and once I figured out that drinking and trying to work out at the same time, like within hours of, like, if I drink the night before and then try to do a workout in the afternoon the next day, I'm like, I feel like shit. I'm not doing this anymore. So I gotta.
Yeah. But that was okay. Well, I'm glad you've experienced the same thing. So it's
totally
but on the other way, I'm the one that pulled people to the dark side.
You know what? It's not
coping
really
with
your
alcohol.
fault that your job was so bad that you just were like, guys, I found a way to cope. Do you want to go with me?
And they were like, hell yeah.
Yeah. Listen, I can't fault you for that. You were just trying to cope.
That was it. Oh my god. Okay, next character. Not related to this at all, actually.
Moving on.
This is a non-grumpy coded character.
Oh.
This...
Shocker.
I know. I'm going to say it is Christian from Moulin Rouge. So, Ewan McGregor's character. Specifically, Ewan McGregor's character. Aaron Tveit, or whatever the fuck his name is, can get the fuck out of here with his characterization. No. No.
I don't know anything about that, but okay.
I know. Well, I mean, I made you watch Moulin Rouge. It was not entirely your cup of tea.
Oh, no, it was not.
Yeah.
It was a lot. It was just really chaotic
it's
for me.
It's very fast-paced. It's chaos. But if you remember, like, his character, especially at the beginning, he's very shy. His is also kind of fish out of water, whenever he gets to Paris. But he is, again, fully into the Bohemian Revolution. He believes in love above all else. This is the romantic? Hopeless romantic.
The romantics are the ones who believe that hoes can also find true love. It's okay.
That's good. We should coin that. I'm a romantic.
I got you.
Hopeless romantic part of me. That's the thing that was guiding me for like most of my life is I wanted to find someone to fall in love with, Like, I very much felt that. He also gets caught up in drinking and stuff at one point. He goes to the dark side. He's got that moment. But that he feels everything so strongly. And I relate to that, again, as well.
That's
just really
fair.
Gets overtaken by his emotions. And when he falls in love, like, boom, so hard immediately. And that was, that's me. To my own detriment.
Oops,
most
I
of the
fell
time.
in love.
Oops, I'm going to obsess over this person for like 10 years.
I did it again. You are the Britney Spears song. Also
musicals. Just in general, that's very important to me. But he's kind of a little goofball. He's a little bit of silly, he's joy in its purest form, and I appreciate that about him. But yeah,
I agree.
The hopeless romantic of it all. Yeah. That's my boy. But yeah, in the stage show, when Aaron Tveit, I really don't know how to say his fucking last name, does Christian, that man is too fucking pompous and too fucking sure of himself to play such a sweet little shy angel child that Christian is supposed to be.
It just doesn't work for that character. I feel
He's so full of himself.
He has to be a little unsure for that character to work.
Yeah. And I mean, oh my God, I was such a shy child. I still am shy. I don't want to talk to people for the most part. And again, that's the main thing of it, is I don't want to talk to people because I'm shy. So I just don't want people to engage with me at all. But like the pangolin, just, oh no, oh gosh. I'm doing pangolin hands.
I got pangolin hands going on.
Yeah. I feel like I relate to that immensely with him, for sure. Again, we're working backwards. So it's Roy, Nick, and then, again, Christian would be, like, in my teens. when I found him.
I find it incredibly hilarious that you've listed 3 men.
I only have 1 woman on my list. But again, it's
man?
like, I don't know. I've always felt like a tomboy anyway, A.
It's okay. I'm going to list my first man on my list. I'm going to cut you off.
How dare you?
You're not like other girls, Jessica.
If I could have, it's also just representation in general. I don't feel like women were really given their ability to be, to actually be grumpy or tomboyish or whatever without usually being rude or bitchy or whatever. Yeah, there weren't a lot of layers to women in media for a long time. And like I said, I've never found a video game character as a female that I have associated with.
I mean, the strong female lead in our lifetime for the longest time was just Princess Leia. Like, she's the only one. And the first Indiana Jones love interest. Mm-hmm. She was also very strong, and I really liked her.
But again, even for those women, kind of like you said with your Princess Mia one, like, I'm not brave at all. I'm scared of everying. I want to be, to see.
I want to embody more of
That's
them.
why I like Roy and stuff so much. Like, I'd rather be seen as angry and not have to be in those situations because I can't handle it. Yep. That's it.
It's less of a I am this character and more of a what would this character do because I need help making this decision because I can't make it on my own. It's the anxiety. It gets to me, man.
Is. Yeah.
If I wasn't anxious, I could conquer the world.
It's true. Yeah, I know I'm not that bitch that's going to be like, I would survive in one of these intense situations. I'm not. That's not me.
Nah, dude.
Anyway, continue.
So speaking of being an anxious little person, my package deal on my top 5 list is Merry and Pippin from Lord of the Rings.
There you go. I see that. I
asked my lunch table the other day. I was like, what character from Lord of the Rings do you think I am? Because that movie and the books are so influential on my life that I was like, at least one of these characters someone has to think is like me.
Yeah.
And I just I've always related to Pippin always because he's the youngest. He makes a lot of mistakes and has to, how do I recover from these mistakes that I've made? And I feel like I relate to a lot of the things that he does in the movies. Also, Billy Boyd is incredible at playing this character.
God, they're so adorable. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, and someone the other day said, I feel like you're between Merry and Pippin because, there's points where Merry is very serious and he's a little bit more analytical and he's a little bit more emotionally mature. He is older. That is canon. And they're like, I feel like sometimes you have little bits of that crack out, where my actual internal self that's very old and tired kind of leaks through. And when I'm in a good space, when I'm in a good mental headspace, I'm more like Pippin. I'm just kind of a little ditzy, bouncing off the walls a little bit. I don't smoke, but smoking my pipe and eating my bread, drinking my ale.
Multiple breakfasts. Let's go.
Yeah, it comes in pints, let's go. I'm gonna sit there and just eat fucking frosting till my eyeballs fall out. That's where I'm at. And then, and other days I'm I'm a little melancholy. I'm just gonna contemplate life. That scene where Gandalf takes Pippin away on the horse and Merry runs to the top and just watches them go. It's me, kid. That's me sometimes, kid, where I just feel that way sometimes. So
healthy balance.
I feel like I kind of float between the two of them as, I don't know, the story's so fucking good.
It
is.
And
there's not a lot of female characters in it. That's not the point. And I feel like sometimes people get so caught up on that part where they're like, there weren't enough women in the story. And I'm like, Tolkien didn't know how to write women. My brother, who loves Tolkien, even was like, he didn't know how to write women. Look at how he wrote Galadriel. Even when you're looking at how he wrote her as this scary, almost godlike being that's just not really that, she's just not very... She's not even in the realm of being a woman. She's above it.
Oh, yeah, no, she's an eldritch god at this point.
Yeah. And so he he didn't write a love story for her. He didn't do all that stuff for the initial books, and he just doesn't know how to write women. It's not, he just didn't figure that out, and I don't blame him for that. You know what? The man spent 40 chapters describing the Shire. I don't know if he knows how to write women. Okay, I'm just gonna say it.
Yeah, world building, but then when it comes down to humanity, at least in the feminine style.
He did a really good job of getting to the working through the issues that men develop through war, because he was in the war, and that is why he wrote the books. And I think he does an excellent job of doing that. He did the job he set out to do, and I think that's what those books are for.
And male friendship and companionship.
Yeah, and in those characters, I see myself very closely related to Merry and Pippin, because
I can see that. Yeah,
they're just goofy little guys trying to make it
through.
They're
two sides of the same coin.
Yeah, and they have their own moments of being scarred, and they have their own moments of I'm small but I'm going to be brave, and I love those moments. I wish I was Samwise Gamgee. I wish that's who I was.
Yeah,
I'm not though.
I don't have that much conviction for like anything.
No, incredible character though.
His dedication is absolutely amazing. His loyalty. For sure.
I could go on forever about the 4 hobbits in The Lord of the Rings. They are incredible. I don't need to, though, because some bro who knows more about them's already done it. So
yeah, that's another one of those, again, I love it, but I haven't seen it that many times. You know, I'm not absolutely full on into it as many people are. Is it entertaining as hell? Hell yeah. I don't know all the nuances. I also don't, again, in that universe, I don't know who I would pick out for myself.
For you?
Yeah.
Ooh, let me think about it. I think so once again on on the grumpy man category. No, give me a second. Give me a Give me a whole second.
There's a little bit of Gandalf in me. A little bit of maybe early Bilbo. Don't come into my house. Don't knock on my door.
You know what? You're Bilbo across the board. You're the Hobbit Bilbo before he goes on the journey, and you're Bilbo when he's old and in Rivendell. You're both.
I'm both.
You're just gonna be Bilbo.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. That's I feel that.
Martin Freeman's mannerisms of Bilbo is literally you.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he's so excited to sit down and eat, and then somebody knocks. The way his face falls.
Yes,
somebody
that's
knocks on his fucking door. You know,
100%.
It took me a minute. I got there.
Yeah, you're right. I was thinking about things. You said Bilbo. Yes, it's 100%.
Martin Freeman. Yeah, before he goes on his grand journey.
Yeah, you're Martin Freeman Bilbo, 100%.
I feel that. Let's switch over to my woman.
Yay!
The woman I have. Because
one lingering soul in the dark.
I know, the one girl, and I feel like it'll make sense also when we think about other women kind of in the same category, but Meg from Hercules is the woman that I feel like, especially in the Disney universe, I don't feel like there's a lot of the girls that I feel like they're all a lot of times written in the same kind of code, you know, but she's so unique. And I mean, first off, like, she actually was drawn, you know, with hips, even though, yeah, she has a teeny tiny little waist, but girls got thighs for days. Love that about her. She's sarcastic. She's not the damsel in distress. I mean, or even when she is, she's like, I can handle this. When really, we know she can't also. So there's that bravado where it's like, and she doesn't want help from anybody else, especially a man. She's like, no, I've got this. Butt out, please. And then, what else did I write down?
I respect that she wants to try to handle her shit.
Yeah.
You know?
And I feel that. That's the big thing, is the not damsel in distress, as I feel like, you know, some of the early princesses, they were all damsels, and she's like, which she's not a princess also.
I would say that early Disney writings, a lot of the female characters were what I would say are like soft feminine.
Yes.
And she's more of a assertive feminine. Mm-hmm. And I think
really
that's
appreciated.
Yeah.
Even just her voice being like kind of, you know, gruffer than most of them. She's not the...
her voice acting is great.
Oh, yeah. I'm a damsel. I'm in distress. I think this.
Well, and I've told you this over multiple times, that my favorite early Disney princess is Cinderella. Mm-hmm. I hate Snow White's voice. I hate almost everything about Snow White. I cannot stand her. And Aurora's cool. She has some cool moments, but she's also like awake for only 20% of the movie. Like, yeah. She doesn't really do a whole lot in her own film. Mm-hmm. But Cinderella and Belle are where it's at for me. I do Cinderella love Belle. Is just like, she's so sassy. I don't think people remember that she's sassy as fuck in that movie.
Yeah.
And and doesn't get enough credit for being sassy. And
I haven't seen that one in such a long time. I don't remember that much.
Yeah.
Also, though, again, is she the first one we saw that just had regular ass brown hair also? I was like, finally. Brown hair with a little bit of curl in it. Gimme.
Cinderella's technically a blonde.
Well, no, I was talking about Meg.
Meg,
at that point. Yeah, I think she was the first one we saw that had brown hair, maybe.
Well, Belle was first, I think.
Belle was first? Oh, no, you're right. Belle was first.
Yeah.
Yeah. But again, it's like,
much as I liked Belle,
and
brunette representation, please.
I liked Belle because she was a brunette, mainly.
Me too.
And yeah, I mean, I read a lot, she's bookish. But other than that, I really didn't identify with her, aside from she likes books, she's smart, and she's got brown hair. Like...
I liked her because she yelled at the beast, even though he was scary.
Yeah.
She was like, well, if you hadn't done this, and he was like, I wouldn't have done it ever. And he like yells at her, and she's like, well, I'm helping you anyway. And
yeah.
I was like, I like that.
And I do, again, I love with Meg, same thing, especially like she had a man she was in love before, and then, that fucking crashed and burned. And then she's like, I don't want it anymore. I'm not doing it. And then she was very against it. But of course she got won over. Of course.
Well, and I love her song. Her song is really good.
It's my fucking favorite.
Yeah,
I did, like, in my honorable mentions, because there are other Disney ones that I that I really liked, but I didn't feel like were right, for the list. Because I was absolutely obsessed with Pocahontas as a kid. Because, again, a friend of animals, very strong woman character. Of course, we know now that it's not a good representation. But even just, like, as a kid, seeing a Disney princess that was stronger and was doing her own thing, and, like, that was huge for
Mulan
me.
was huge.
Oh, yeah.
Huge for me. I love Mulan. And as I've mentioned before, one of my favorite moments in any female story is when they've had their resolve and they cut their hair. She's the blueprint. She's the one that did that.
100%.
She was the very first instance of that moment in my life. So that's why when I see it, if they cut their hair and it's not to the level of resolve that Mulan did, which is go and do something no one else should be, like, she should not have done that. They absolutely nail it. Like, she's a woman in the army in a year where that was just unheard of. She's fucking baller, dude, and I will stand by that.
Again, I don't have the bravery to really. That's why I never really like clicked with her, because I was like, man, I wouldn't do that. go, girl, but I don't have that kind of like, again, conviction. Pocahontas, though, again, was also fueled by love, and god damn it, if that wasn't the core of my being for a really long time.
Yeah. I feel that. We're both hopeless romantics, man.
Hell yeah.
That gets me every time.
I also, as my Disney honorable mention, had written down Esmeralda as another, like, very strong.
She's a bad bitch, dude.
Yeah. She was so amazing. And again, could take care of herself. Did she have a song? I don't even remember.
Yes.
We did actually watch
God Save the Outcasts.
That's right. We did watch Notre Dame within the last month or two, and we were like,
her song's really good too, dude.
But then I forgot, that I never really clicked with that movie too much because it is so heavy on the religion aspect of everything. But I was like, Esmeralda's a badass. This is what I needed. I needed more badass female representation, like as a young lass.
I'm gonna go off of one of my honorable mentions because it sort of relates. But I know this is different for you because you're older than I am. But Barbie was a huge influence on me as a child. Huge. All of her movies, I loved them. I had a lot of the video games. I had the horse ones. Like, this new movie that's coming out, I'm
fucking stoked.
This is our Joker movie. I'm not even fucking joking. Like,
I'm
Barbie's
stoked.
about to change the world. I can feel it.
I'm so excited.
And right now people are mad on Twitter because it's like, why did all the posters say Barbie's doing this and this is another Ken? Because that's the lore,
how
bitch.
It is. That's how
Ken
the
is not important.
Toys work. Ken is an accessory, all right?
Ken is not important. I'm telling you that right now.
Yeah.
And Ryan Gosling's about to play his ass out for this character. I'm so excited.
So excited.
But there's a type of feminism to Barbie that I feel like is intentionally lost. People intentionally lose it because they don't want to give it credit based on all the other bad things that have been an influence. You know, like the shape of Barbie is not feminist enough, and it's like, but in the era she was designed, which is like what the 30s and the 40s. I don't even remember how early she was created.
I forget.
50s maybe.
I think it was.
I remember.
50s. Oh yeah. No, it was. I'm pretty sure it was the 50s. We just watched a video talking about like the trailer and stuff because Wizard of Oz had come out in like the 1920s, 1930s, and then Barbie came out I think in the 50s, and then eventually they released.
I was trying to remember what her like
Wizard
early designs
Barbie
looked like. I'm pretty sure it's 50s.
It's the
like the stripedy suit.
The stripy, yeah.
Yeah, and the face. They've changed the face a couple of times.
They have changed the face.
I actually have, from like the late 90s, a Barbie Encyclopedia and the History of Barbie book that my mom bought me when I was a kid, which I loved. I loved that book. And then I watched the movies or the Toys That Made Us on Netflix.
Oh, yeah.
And they have a whole episode about her, which is great. But there's such a... They designed those toys to be a positive female influence for girls. Like... I think the reason why Bratz got a hold of it was because they were doing a more mature thing, and it took a while for Barbie to figure out that their audience was changing as children, that we wanted more modern stuff.
Yeah.
But they were not designed necessarily to just sell product. Like, I know that's the point of every toy is to sell it, but they were designing them with the intention of how is this going to be a positive influence, because that's really what their thing is. And I mean, I feel like every Barbie I owned, I was like, I fucking love this thing. Yeah.
That's the thing, though. Even just giving Barbie as many jobs as she has is just to show girls, like, yeah, you can do whatever the fuck you want to.
Yeah. And I love...
It could be any job in the goddamn universe.
I still haven't gotten you to watch any of Barbie Life in the Dream House, but that show is truly that show... is definitely feels like the reference point for the movie that's about to come out.
Well, I mean, even just watching it, there were so many things I picked out. Because, I still played with Barbies up until I was, in middle school, really. But I feel like the shows and the games and everything were definitely younger. They were geared towards younger audiences than I was. But I still played with them. I had the convertible. I had the RV. I had a lot of that stuff. One of my friends had the dream house with the slides. So even
I didn't have any of the cool shit. I had the cheap shit because my mom wouldn't spend the money on it. But I got the games.
Seeing the trailer and being like, oh my God, look at all the houses. Oh my God, there's the slide and she's going down it, with her arms straight out. Like, I was still like, this hits for me, even though, it's, again, I was a little bit older.
I need more people to watch Barbie Life in the Dream House. You think it's going to be silly and stupid, but every time I watch it, I'm always like, God, it's so well written. It's incredible the way that they put it together, because they are dolls in the show. Yeah. It's not like in the old movies where it's just like Barbie is playing this character and they're all, they're moving normally, they're talking normally, like all that stuff. They don't realize they're dolls. In Barbie Life in the Dream House, she is a doll.
Yeah.
And they do goofy shit with that. Like, they have an episode where they get into the Barbie elevator, which is only meant for one doll, and it says it on the package. And there's one where two of them get in it, and they break it because there's two dolls in the elevator, and it won't work. And they're like, how do we get out of the elevator? There's two of us in here, and it's hilarious. I'm just saying. There's also a Space Odyssey episode. So.
Hell yeah. So Barbie was one of your honorable mentions. Barbie was not in your top 5.
Yes, I do have to, she should have been in my top 5, but I really feel like my really last close. One is influential in a different manner. Mm-hmm. Like Barbie is where I'm like, yeah, she's a powerful feminist icon, like kudos. I didn't figure that out until later, like I had to go through the phase where I was like, I hate pink, Barbie's stupid, blah, blah, blah. Like I had to come back around.
Yeah.
This character, I feel like a lot of people are like, oh yeah, totally get it, dude. Totally understand and respect that. My last in the top 5 is Zuko from Avatar.
Hell yeah.
And
here's your grumpy man.
Yeah, my grumpy boy. And I just feel like the thing that his journey is incredible. It is incredible. It is such a good footprint for you have to put the work in if you want to change. Mm-hmm. And you can have a mentor. You can have someone. Oh, I hit the mic. Have someone tell you, over and over again, you need to be better. You need to get better. You need to work on this. You can have someone tell you that all you want, but until you choose to make the change yourself, it's not going to happen. Yeah. And I feel like he really goes through with that. And then having the moment where he's like, I can't firebend anymore because I'm not angry anymore.
I love that.
That's something I really, really connected with, because when I was younger, I was angry all the time. Yeah. And it's exhausting, by the way, to be angry all the time. I don't know how people do that in their adult lives.
I think that's also why, for a lot of us that were angry all the time, when you get up into, your 20s and 30s and really realize who you are and kind of slow down, that's why you kind of peter out and can't do some basic tasks anymore, because you're like, I don't have that motivation that I had. This also, it's very Roy Kent. There's the episode where it's like he's partly not a great player anymore because he used to be so angry and he doesn't have that anger on the field as much. Yeah. You get tired, man.
Yeah. And I think me learning that the reason why I was angry was connected to that I wasn't being heard in my own family. Like, I felt like I wasn't being listened to, and that's really frustrating because I was getting older, and I was like, I'm 15 now. Can I not have my own opinions in my own house? No. And I feel like that's something that was happening with Zuko, is that he was having that, like, oppressive relationship with his dad, and he needed to have a different fatherly figure to survive it. And I feel like my big thing in life that I will always have and can't get rid of is just going to happen. This is how I cope, you guys. Yeah. Is I seek out different female influences because I want positive female influences in my life, because I have such a rough time connecting with the women in my family. So I related to him on that level of being like really angry, figuring out why I was angry, and then being like, well, now what?
And then petering out. Yeah, you don't have it anymore.
Now what? So I had to find a new motivations, and I'm kind of in that weird phase right now at 27 where I'm like, okay, where do I go now? Like, what's my new passion? Because my other motivator was I wanted to work in a zoo or an aquarium. Yeah. I'm there. Now what do I do? What? Like, what's my next stage of life? And I'm kind of in it right now where I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. And I'm still on that Zuko path. I don't think I need to be redeemed of anything. No. I feel like I've done that part. I've done the cleanse of weird religious shit. I've done that part.
You had that redemption. Yeah. He is the blueprint for what a redemption arc should be.
Hell yes. If you're not doing Zuko's storyline as your redemption arc, you're doing it wrong. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure there are other ways to write it, but it's just they capture they really capture the you have to have the oh fuck I'm wrong moment, and then the how do I make it better, and also the part where he goes to his uncle and he curses him out, and then his uncle's gone and he was like, oh no, this one positive in my life is gone, what do I do? And then once he sees him again for the first time and they both fall to their knees and cry together, bro, gets me every time.
I do have Zuko on my honorable mentions. Because I feel like again, the anger. That's it. Yeah. It's also one of those things, I remember talking about this with some of my most recent coworkers. He's just so well written. There's just, Yeah. We asked each other, like, oh, what, if you were a bender, like, what do you think you would be? And I've always been like, fire. Because I know at my core, I'm, again, grumpy, angry, just roiling, like, emotions that you don't know what to do with.
I've definitely always thought of myself as water. Yeah. Being on, like, the more adaptable, fluid personality. Wanting to be a healer. That's, something I always am like, oh, I'm out here to just help people. But definitely a waterbender in the way that Katara is, which is aggressive and has a lot of ice involved.
There you go. All right. My last top 5, which again is my twofer. And since I was going in like descending timeline, this is, the childhood one. And it's Bert and Ernie are my last.
You're marrying Pippin as Bert and Ernie.
Yeah, Bert and Ernie. Yeah, 100%. Which again makes total sense. They are the yin and yang. Like, both of those wolves are inside me at this moment.
Yeah. Yes, that's so accurate for you.
Yeah, because again, Bert, very grumpy coded. And I mean, I think especially as a child, when you're like, I don't know how to deal with, you don't know how to deal with the emotions of anger and confusion and all that stuff that as you're learning, like, the world kind of sucks. But then on the other hand, there's also Ernie, which again is just like joy, childlike wonder, you know, curiosity. Like he's just so pure, but both of those are still like 100% valid.
Jessica, may I say that I'm proud of us for maintaining our childlike wonder and our sense of curiosity in this horrifically scary world that we both live in?
Be curious, not judgmental. Yeah.
It's true.
It's true. Oh my God. A man.
A person.
But yeah,
howdy,
especially this one, I had to do it as a twofer as well because I know I highly resonated with both of them as a child. Like I had Bert and Ernie stuffed animals. And I honestly don't remember which one I liked more at this point and why. Because also with the stuffed animals, like I think my parents told me I used to carry the Ernie one with me everywhere. Ernie went to school with me. That was the one. I also had, at this point, I'm pretty sure I've learned that it's a stim. But I used to rub, like, if it was a soft tag, my hair, a soft piece of clothing, like I would rub it on my face. Like as a like
isn't it wild when you start to realize that you're like, I've been showing signs of this for literally decades and you guys just wrote it off as a weird habit.
I would do that all the time. Even like my fingernails. Like I would just, you know, I'm like, it's soft. I would rub it on my face.
Yep. I know exactly what you're talking about. Right there along those soft hairs on your upper lip.
The top of your lip or my nose.
Yep.
And even I remember my brother saying,
I've caught myself
like,
doing that a couple times.
I had the shiniest, like, tip of my nose because I would always, like, rub stuff on it.
Oh, my God.
But, like, apparently I carried Ernie around with me everywhere until his soft tag fell off. And then I took Bert everywhere. So it's like, did I actually like both of them at the same time equally? Or did I just, like... kind of move on because of the soft tag? But still, I know I was obsessed with both of them, but... It's like, as I grew up and really had those memories, I remember liking Bert more, but then I don't know how much of that is just, like, left over from... Isn't that funny? But yeah, I can't remember now. I wish I still had those stuffed animals. They were a hot mess. But, like, those were the characters, I think, from the earliest age that I can remember I latched onto. And I was like, these are my boys.
I do remember having Poe the Teletubby as a stuffed
there you go. Yeah, I was too old for Teletubbies. I missed that boat.
I had that one.
But
I'm trying to think of what my early ones were. I don't know, but I still have the horse I got when I had my very first Christmas with my family. I got this giant white horse.
Yeah. We talked about this in the Christmas episode.
Yeah, we did. Because it happened at Christmas. And I still have that. It's currently in a Ziploc bag in my closet because I didn't want to get it out and let it accumulate dust. But it's old as fucking dirt, dude.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Bert and Ernie used to have, like, the tall Muppet hair, but they got thrown in the wash so many times that it flattened.
Hell yeah.
That was really funny.
I love that.
Yeah, those are my two. Do we want to rapid fire, like, our honorable mentions before we...
Yeah, I think that'd be fun.
Before we
mine are less characters I relate to and more just, like, characters that I love and
and we were trying to think, like, could it be this? I love them. Is this why? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm cool with that.
Number 1, Ted Lasso.
Yep.
I already talked about that. Go ahead.
Swedish Chef. But that's just, I really liked the Swedish Chef.
My second one was Gonzo. There had to be a Muppet involved, you know?
My second one was Mrs. Maisel, from Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. But again, she's way more brave than I am. But I love
You're funny as fuck, though, and so is she.
Thank you. Oh my God.
You're welcome. My next one is Spyro.
There you go.
He's a little snot-nosed little dragon kid, but he's real brave and he does a bunch of cool shit. I love him. Moving on.
I wrote down Jack or Sally from Nightmare Before Christmas. I was like, I really love them. I'm a Burton, person, but I was like, do I relate to either of those characters?
No, they're just cool.
I don't know. But yeah, maybe a little bit of Sally, but she's so soft-spoken.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. They're
Tim
cool,
Burton,
though.
very important, though, for my development.
I had Padme from the prequels.
Yeah.
I've always loved her.
Mm-hmm. I can see a little bit of that with who your top 5 were, for sure. Mm-hmm. Claire Fraser from Outlander. God, she's a strong bitch.
Haven't seen it, but I know that character is cool as fuck.
A love that transcends time.
God, we're the worst.
I know we are.
So I have Revan as my next one.
We've talked about that. Yeah.
Yeah, so that is an RPG character, but it's complicated, and that's why I like her. Her specifically,
her, yes,
not the male version, the female version.
version.
She's cooler.
Elizabeth, obviously, Pride and Prejudice. But again,
Yes.
it was like, do I really feel like I relate to her, or do I just fucking love her so much?
I just fucking love her, dude. She's
but it's
great.
just the Austen-coded characters in general.
Yep.
Strong female leads who have their own
100%.
minds. Yeah. Great.
100%. I have Bones from Star Trek, the Doctor, played by Grumpy Doctor.
Yeah, Carl
love
Urban.
him. I love him playing a Grumpy Doctor.
I wrote down Gurr from Invader Zim because I was fully obsessed with Gurr for a long time.
you went through the raw x raw phase with Gurr. Yeah,
I did. I never was that person. Like, I didn't
No.
go scene, but Gurr was like my little fucking guy. So I was like,
Yep.
is there something to that? I don't think so. I think he was just funny and adorable.
he was just a
and
little guy that you liked.
hyperactive.
Just a little, just a little guy.
guy.
I have Itachi Uchiha from Naruto. I know that you don't know anything about that character.
I know
but
nothing.
he's like Zuko on steroids.
Okay.
His redemption arc takes like 20 years. Takes
Wow.
forever. I mean, not actually 20 years, but it feels like 20 years.
Yeah.
It took 10 years for it to be written down because it's a manga, so it takes forever.
Yeah, there
but
you go.
Yeah, Itachi, huge deal.
Okay. Yeah, and then I had the Pocahontas, Esmeralda. I did also write down Jasmine, but that's just because, like, I think I had a Halloween costume one year of, like, Jasmine, so obviously I
Oh
related.
shit, you're like
I
that Bo
related to
Burnham
her.
song.
I related to her
Unproblematic.
in some way, you know. But I think that's also the thing with little kids. It's like same reason why, like you said,
You just like Jasmine because she was cool.
she was cool. She had a
genuinely
tiger
cool.
friend. She had all those
Yeah.
birds.
Hell
She
yeah.
ran away from home, which I could never do.
No.
I never.
I also
loved
have
her.
Mulan on my list.
Yeah.
10 out of 10. My last one is Bucky Barnes. We don't have to talk about it.
Again, I already said Zuko.
You know why I love Bucky Barnes. We don't have to talk about it.
I also had written down Matt Murdock.
Hell yes! I'm so proud of us, dude.
Grumpy, has to
It's
do
so
everything by
funny.
himself, will not ask for help. Very sad boy.
If you look at our list paralleled, they're our version of just slightly off. You know, like
Yeah.
yours might be slightly more grumpy, mine's slightly more chaotic.
Uh-huh. But we're
Same
pretty
fucking
close.
characters, though.
We're pretty close.
That's so funny. Yep. There you go.
There you go. Characters to
get to know to get to know us.
Yeah. That was good. I had fun.
Yeah. You know, it's really funny to like actively analyze it as I was saying it out loud because I hadn't really thought about it that hard.
Yeah.
But the more I thought about it, the more I was like, ah, shit.
That's same. I literally said before we started recording, I was like, I just wrote down the characters. I didn't really analyze too much.
Yeah.
I just wrote shit
I knew
down.
that it would come to me when the time was necessary.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I do feel like I probably missed some bits and wasn't as eloquent as I would have liked to be because I didn't actually think it through. I am so bad at, like, just in the moment expressing what I'm thinking in my noggin, you know?
Yeah, I had to, like, think about it 4 or 5 times and then be like, oh, yeah, this is the thing I'm thinking about.
That's why I take such aggressive notes. But yeah, what do you agree with us about? What do you think we were wrong about? Are there any characters you think we identify better with, or that you think would tell us a lot about who we are?
Yeah, I feel like this was a self-assessment, but I feel like
Yes.
the way that people perceive me might be different than what I feel. So I'm always curious to see what people want to like place me with. I've also not seen a lot of stuff, so Dublin,
Yeah.
can you not? Thank you.
He needs things, Mom.
I know, he's so needy. Yeah, I want to see what other people's assessments are. I'm very curious. Feel free. That's why I'm called the Curious Alice. Find me over on
my
Twitter, also on
fucking
Twitch. It's Jessica Woot on Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, TikTok. Find us in those places, and let us know your thoughts on what characters you think we are based on your perceptions of us, because everyone has different nuggets of who I am.
Yep.
And everyone has different nuggets of who Jessica is.
Yep.
Did you ask your husband any of these?
No, I didn't.
Interesting choice. Interesting.
I
He's going to be in the
forgot.
comments be like, I can't believe you didn't ask me any questions.
I forgot, literally. Again, I was weather stressed yesterday, and then we were
That's
such
fair.
in the Ted Lasso zone the last
Oh my
couple
God,
days.
dude.
Like, Yeah.
Hyper fixated on Ted
And
Lasso.
he's been really busy with work this week, so
We'll get his thoughts and opinions later.
Yeah. We'll be like, what the fuck?
Incredible.
I think he'll agree with most of these. Yeah.
Well, Jessica, thank you for being a part of this episode.
Thank you.
I look forward to recording another one with you, aka the Ted Lasso event.
Oh my god, the hyperfixation episode.
gonna
We're
be great.
going into it. We've been 2 birds, 1 brain.
2 birds, 1 brain.
We're outie.
One truth.
1 personality almost. My god.
The chaotic younger sister. Let's go.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.